Hello everyone, my name is Alex Shaw and welcome to The Room Old Sins. This is the fourth game in the franchise produced and created by Fireproof Games. Now today's video will be done on my iPad, but this is the start of a brand new series. I will be playing through The Room Old Sins from start to finish. Each video will be the length of a chapter. Without further ado, let's get straight into this. Now what I will be doing is taking my time with this game. The hints have all been switched off. Let's do this. Okay, so we got a weird room. Are we in an attic? I've searched every room in the house but this attic. I won't get much further in the dark. So this takes place, I think, after the events of the Room 3. Tutorial. Swipe the screen to look around. Okay, so... Yep, definitely an attic. Someone needs to clean up around here, though. Looks a bit of a mess. Stack of newspapers there. I'll need to turn the floodlight on if I'm going to find out what's over there. Okay, so double tap on the floodlight. Flip the switch. I think it's broken. I'll need a screwdriver from my case. Okay, so we'll pinch out. Now what you might see in the bottom of this video is the bottom bar from my iPad. I can't turn that off, so if I do find a way, I will of course switch it off. Lift latches to unlock the case. Okay, there's one, there's two. Okay, so we have our case. My notebook holds all the information I was given for this assignment. I picked up a screwdriver. So let's try and see if I can take a better look at some of these articles. So we've got public notices. Can't really make out too much. Mystery disappearance. Husband and wife missing. Marriage reset by scandal. A map of central London from 1899. And a couple of pictures there of what looks like a property. Can I click on those? No. Then we've got this cool looking notebook. Okay. British Journal of Engineering and Science. Notorious engineer dismissed from the Royal Institute. There's a little circle of who I think we're going to be playing as or who we're looking out for. This is Mr. Edward Lockwood. Provokes fury of the Royal Institute. And here's the profile of that character. So name Edward Lockwood. Age 32. Height 176 centimeters. Notes: trained as a mechanical engineer, dabbled in chemistry. Marriage to Abigail Waldegrave. Raised status. Led to assistant position at the Royal Institute. Position lasted 1 year. Dismissal occurred due to unspecified misconduct. Then we've got the spouse profile of Mrs. Abigail Lockwood, who used to be Waldegrave. Age 28. 162 centimeters. Notes: classically trained artist, known for funding exhibitions, only child of the esteemed Hugo Waldegrave. Marriage to Edward was controversial. On her father's death, Abigail inherited Waldegrave Manor and family's substantial debt. Then there's a newspaper clipping here. Just deceased pioneer bequeaths estate to only daughter. Renowned artist Mrs. Abigail Lockwood inherits troubled Waldegrave Manor, burdened with debt, a poisoned chalice. And this is a floor plan of Waldegrave Manor, so ground and first floor plan, and a collector report. 1st of November. Mr. Lockwood's reports to my employers have ceased. Probable interference by his wife. Current whereabouts unknown. Then on the 12th of November, police search for Waldegrave Manor yields nothing. These matters are for beyond their understanding. And then the 14th of November, my employers insist the sample remains within Waldegrave Manor. By now, its effects will be unmistakable to a trained eye. Find the trail, follow it to the source. Okay. So pinch out to zoom. That's a bit of backstory. That's what I'll be doing with this game. Okay. What was that? I need a better look. Okay, so I think that might be what looks like those two photos in the notebook. I think that's what a model of that is. So let's open it up and take a look inside. I've done it. Okay, so a tutorial complete the circuit. Now these games, so that goes there. That locks it in. Okay, we're in business. And those little tentacle things just shredded away from a dollhouse. Something isn't right. Okay, we're going to investigate this dollhouse. It's a very intricately done little dollhouse. So I guess we'll go here. So let's unlock the front doors. See, there's little tracks on the floor. This surface looks unusual. I'll need something else from my case. Now, with all of these games, I have played the first 3 of them. They all depend on a lens. So I think we're going to go and get that lens now. Everyone has secrets. Mine just happened to be hidden in this box. So let's pull down on that. And this is an eyepiece. I'll need to open this for it to be any use. So we'll click on the tapped item. And we're going to open up this eyepiece. Okay, we're in business. Tap the back icon to exit the inventory. Now, as I mentioned before, I did turn off the hints, but you can't turn off a tutorial. Once the tutorial has been finished though, that will be it. I will be left on my own. Tap to wear the eyepiece. And as with all room games, when you put the eyepiece on, you get a little flavour or a little something else in the background. Break the seal, find the null. Sometimes the eyepiece can be used to see things that are otherwise hidden. Tap the icon again to remove the eyepiece. I should use the eyepiece to examine the doll's house. So let's zoom out again. And eyepiece. There we go. So now we can see a twisted corridor. Now, from this, the golden parts I think is what I can move, and the silver parts I think are the outline of what I need to match up to. So I think the chain needs to go onto the back wall. This picture needs to go on the top like that. And then this chandelier needs to go into the middle. Yeah, success. Oh, it's always trippy when this happens. It's always trippy. Whenever like cinematic happens, it's always really weird. There we go. Oh, the dollhouse is living. It's moving. Okay, so we are now at. Oh, okay. So eyepiece. Yes. Double tap the symbol to enter the room. From what I've learned from these games, if there's anything that's out of the ordinary, it's generally speaking time to crack out the eyepiece. So we're now in the foyer. Okay, let's have a look at their surroundings. There's a notebook on the middle there. There's a picture that's on the floor. Chandelier at the top. Another picture there. And a clock. Okay, let's have a look at this notebook. And it looks like it was a book for the Etiquette for Husbands and Wives by Anthony B. Cartwright. Whoa. Okay, here we go. What has this book got for us? They are unloading apparatus by the cartload, and I see my husband transform into a wide-eyed child. He hasn't been animated since he left the Royal Institute. The men work in silence and stand awkwardly in my presence, heads down, silent. They will not hold my gaze. They look so desperate. I move aside, stay out of their way. Why are certain men so threatened by women of intelligence? They will warm to me as they come to know me, I am sure. The main thing is that Edward is working again. So I think this is the notes of Abigail, I think? Possibly? It seems the books in this dollhouse hold more than their covers suggest. I suspect they'll be the key to uncovering what happened here. Okay, so then we have this artifact here. Can I move any of this? So they do move. So we've got another thing here. Okay, so this bottom pie I've just seen looks in the same kind of styling and does unveil a brass mechanical coin. Now, as we were shown in the tutorial, I think we can change this. Yes, we can. So now forms that icon there. Fits like a glove, and we start to unravel what this artifact has for us. Has that same rainbow glow, so we know we need to use the lens. Okay, now constellations. So I'm guessing this needs to be at the... Oh, there we go. Nearly there. Turn it around. 180. Look at that. And the artifact has just produced a family crest for us. This looks like it belongs on the dollhouse, so we'll pinch out and we'll get out of the room. Okay, then we can see at the top there, this is where this crest goes. Oh, jeez. The seal. The null must lie beyond. Okay. I like that. I love how eerie this game is as well. It's always full of mystery. The soundtrack for this game is always amazing. Or I should really say this franchise, because you know, not just this game, but the Room 2 and the Room 3 all have this really cool eerie noises. It made the whole thing feel alive. Okay, so what do we do now? So that's it then. There's no more tutorials, I'm now on my own. So, what I noticed is this statue here, I think, can be turned round. Which it can. And we now have a second silver mechanical coin. So I think we can now go back into that same room that we were in before. And I think there might be another place to put this coin. It's the exact same, so it makes sense for it to be on this artifact, which it is. So let's adjust this coin first. Place it on the crest. And again, rainbow glow. Again, similar to before, we need to match up. So let's turn that round so it's in the forefront. Turn it round. Boom. I think we're there. And we now get an ornate metal panel. Oh, cinematic. The puzzle that keeps on giving. Okay, so we've got another puzzle now to solve. The outer ring looks like it can be adjusted, so let's turn that round. And then I think we hold those two down together. Yes. Okay, more complicated now, so let's flick that together, drop that other thing down, then we'll let that one go. Nice. That's the next one done. Again, even more complicated now, so I think we should drop these two. 1, 2. Then, if we're going to get... Let's just see what happens when I do that. So we then need to drop those two. And then we need to uncheck that one so that one drops. Lock that in place. And then this needs to come over there as well so that that's locked in place. And that should be another one. Oh. Oh. Okay, that looks cool. So I pick it up, I guess. A strange artifact. Look at those black tentacles seeping into the room. Oh, not sure about this. And it completely corrupted it. Okay, cinematic zoom in onto the top. And that same corruption is now encompassing the symbols leading up to the null element symbol. Foyer complete. I have found the seal my employers spoke of. It is weakened, but far from broken. I am clearly on the path to finding the null element. So that's it. That is the first episode done and dusted. I will be continuing on with this series, seeing it through to its full fruition, start to finish. So thank you everyone so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button below and subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you in the next one.